Oh, have mercy. Your brother from the gutter, the slick one. A squatting ovation. Thank you. Back behind the wood, it's the open bar. Direct through the magic of the internet. Thank God for the internet. I mean, it's true that we are a lot stupider now that the internet is, I guess, has been invented. There's more misinformation out there than you can shake a stick at. But hey, we wouldn't be able to, do this thing that we're doing here if it wasn't for the internet. I mean, I'd have to go buy a radio station or some fucking thing if I wanted to go talk to the public. Now you do your own podcast. Although everybody's doing a podcast. Is there anybody that doesn't have a podcast these days? So there's a lot of competition out there. See, I'm not doing this to compete. I don't really care if this catches on. As a matter of fact, I prefer kind of staying a little underground, to tell you the truth. And I figure that people that want to discover me will discover me. They will discover the Slickcast, and they will like it. I'm not going to post it on Facebook and every other fucking website, social website. They'll find me. I want it to be organic. And that's how we roll here on Slick Daddy's Open Bar. Never a cover, never a minimum. For you Bills fans out there, some sad news. Stu Barber. Bills, is he in the Wall of Fame, Stu Barber? I believe he is. Yes, he is. Was part of the championship team's offensive lineman, offensive tackle, and the two of the both of the championship seasons, 64 and 65, and made some Pro Bowls and whatnot. And but the guy was a terrible fucking general manager, brutal. Like, he was general manager, I want to say, like, in the early 80s. And the players would go to Stu and say, hey, Stu, I want to talk about a raise. And he'd be like, no. So the players hated him, and from what I understand, and I remember when Joe Cribbs, I think it was, made the Pro Bowl, and he had to pay to fly himself out to fucking Hawaii. So, like, Stu Barber was really cheap. He was what Wilson wanted. He wanted somebody that was, at that time, before he saw God and decided, hey, I got Jim Kelly. Maybe I could win a Super Bowl. I got Bruce Smith. Maybe I could win a Super Bowl. We've got the quarterback now. But for a while, he didn't give a shit. I'm sorry, whatever. I know the man's done a lot for Western New York and everything, but he was a terrible owner of a team. Any good people that we had, we kind of lucked into getting him. And, we had a lot of bums he hired, too. He meddled as well, Ralph. But, they're building a park after the guy, the old LaSalle Park. It's going to be beautiful when it's done. But Ralph Wilson, great, did a lot for the community. Hey, listen, also made a lot of money off the community. Let's not forget that. But, there was some years there where he was pretty tight with the Cash-a-rooney.
It is out of sheer morbid curiosity I'm allowing this freak show to continue.
So people come up to me on the street and they say, Slick, what the fuck? What is going on with Iran? What is going on with Trump? Has he lost his fucking mind? And I say, yes, I think he's lost his fucking mind. Mr. We don't need any wars to get involved in. We can't be bothered in other people's wars. Doesn't want to help Ukraine, right? Because, that upsets Vlad. Vlad doesn't like that. But he could decide to drop the big one on Iran, which a lot of people say they bunker buster. But I have also heard that it would not penetrate the area there. I forget what they call it, but that's where they have their uranium plant or whatever the fuck, their nuclear plant way down where they enrich the shit. And so it wouldn't even work. it wouldn't even get down far enough for that. So, and that would have to involve us. So this is how Netanyahu drags us into it, and stupid Trump along with us. Is, well, you guys got the bunker busters and you got the planes that could drop them. Let me tell you, the worst thing we could do is get involved in another Middle East war and rack up a few trillion more in debt. And don't forget, Iran is a population of 90 million people. You think Iraq was bad? You think we had a hard time there with the insurgency that went on for how many fucking years? That's nothing compared to what you would deal with in Iran. It's not a great place. It's very complicated. The people there are they go to college and stuff. They're smart. A lot of young people don't like the Ayatollah. They don't like the whole theocracy thing. But are they going to fucking rise up if you take out, like Trump has said, well, we might take him out. We may not. I don't know. So we should just stay the fuck out. Plus, you're not going to win this war just through the air, is what some of the military experts are saying. You have to go in on the ground if you really want to get the nukes. And first of all, how the fuck? They don't have any nukes. They don't have any nukes. What's her name just came out and testified, Trump's own national security advisor, the Russia humper. What's her name? Tulsi Gabbard. That's right. She loves Russia. In any event, she came out and said, look, we have no proof at all that they have no nuclear weapon or not close. So this is a drum that, Netanyahu has been pounding this drum for how many, 20 years? He doesn't want an agreement. He didn't like it when Obama had. That agreement we had, it fucking worked. It stopped. It slowed the shit down. They were abiding by it. And then Trump had to come in, and just because he didn't do it, and he pulls the whole thing apart, and then we have nothing. So now between that time, they were like at 3% uranium enrichment. Now they're at 60%. Okay, so Trump, the deal maker, he didn't get it done then, and he ain't going to get it done now because he's a bozo, and they want to drag us into this fucking war. It's going to be a fucking nightmare. That's all I got to say about that right now. I mean, it's just, plus the other countries that would drag into it. Think of it. Iran gets arms from Russia. Russia has certain agreements with China. So you want to drag all these countries into it, and we can end up in World War III here. And Trump is a fucking lunatic. He's all over the fucking map on everything. Whatever mood he's in, he changes his mind. I mean, it's other countries are getting tired of this shit. Because you make a deal with one president, then the next president rips it up. You can't trust the United States. They don't keep their word. Our ratings are way down with Europe and a lot of the other countries. They could look at China and say, "Hey, let's do business with them." They're, at least they're pretty steady. They don't fly all over the place like we do. So, you isolationists out there, believe me, you need people to buy shit from your country. Like they're saying right now that I believe it's Korea and China are making military weapons. They're selling military weapons, and they're making pretty good ones. And they're a lot cheaper than what the United States weapons are. And they're getting close. They're getting just as good almost. So that's a lot of money we could lose. A lot of contracts we could fucking lose. Tourism, people not coming to the United States. Billions and billions of dollars in tourism could be lost. People don't want to do business with you anymore because they think you're, too crazy. They don't know what's coming next. That's not the way things are. Things aren't supposed to be like a reality show. This is fucking real life.
They're eating the dog.
And so did you hear this one? The Trump administration is going to remove the 988 hotline, which is a service that is tailored to LGBTQ youth in July. That's right. They're cutting it off altogether. And I guess a lot of these kids are suicidal, and they're like, tough shit. They could just press 3, just press other, okay? whatever. It's just so stupid. You know, why pick on these people? Half these dudes probably go home and put on a dress. I mean, really.
Medication time. Medication time.
And here's a bizarre story that I just got off the wire here. This is out of the Czech Republic. Is this where this went down? Czech police say they have detained 3 suspects who allegedly treated patients in a fake dental clinic without a proper license or professional training.
That is absolutely insane.
The 3 family members have pleaded guilty on charges including running an illegal business, attempted bodily harm, and illegal production and handling of narcotics, psychotropic substances, and poison. They face up to 8 years in prison. Well, they sound like a lovely family. Police say the 22-year-old family member learned how to do procedures on the internet by watching YouTube, including extractions. Yeah, well, I could have been a dentist. What can I tell you? So listen, live fast, die old. Oh, before I do that, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and pass the word on to any of your low-life friends that may miss me on the radio. You can catch the podcast or the slick cast, as we like to call it, here. And, of course, we are streaming on all the biggies: Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon, iHeart, YouTube. And, of course, we originate out of Podbean. And we must say thanks to Julia from Lakewood Studios, our technical and graphical producer. Wonderful work there at Lakewood Studios in Barker, New York. All right, live fast, die old, and of course, remain calm, circle the wagons, go Bills. Did I say that out of order? Who gives a shit? Training camp starting up. They just released the schedule the other day. Weed, whiskey, and Warren Zevon. Peace out.
Hail to the king, baby.